Hi, and welcome to the Balancing Act New York edition. I'm Montel Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and people who are making a difference. So let's see who's making a difference right here in your neighborhood.
On this episode of The Balancing Act, reliable kids transportation services, EMDR treatment for psychological trauma. We'll take a peek at a unique approach to fitness, organic skincare and wellness products, plus lots more. Today on The Balancing Act.
Up first, a story not to be missed.
Driving your kids from here to there and everywhere can be a real challenge. As more parents juggle work and family life, the need for safe, dependable child transportation services has never been greater.
I started Kiddie Kabz over 20 years ago, and it was due to me needing to service myself. My daughter and my son both were in elementary school at the time, and I needed someone to pick them up from school. Without having any family members or anyone available, I decided I would start this business because if I needed it, I know that parents needed it as well.
Now, more than 20 years later, with over 65 vehicles in their fleet, Kiddie Kabz is your community's go-to transportation service.
We offer services to individual parents, community affiliations or organizations, to Board of Educations. We work with DCF, students that go to therapy. We bring kids to the IOP programs, several daycare centers, after-school programs, summer camps, just any organization that the parents need transportation to. Drop-off and pick-up services door to door. Usually the parents come out, they'll meet us, the students will come out, the driver's there to greet them, put them in the vehicle, make sure they're buckled up, and then, we take off, and then we drop them door to door to the school or to wherever, their drop-off is. When they sign up for services, they give us the procedures for that pickup and drop-off. Younger children, we definitely walk in, we make sure that an adult is present for pickup and drop-off. High school students, they're like, hey, they can go in by themselves. We do allow that. Children with disabilities are welcomed. We transport to schools in the area that accommodate to those children. We have customized vehicles to aid those children. So if we have students that are in wheelchairs, we have young children that need car seats, booster seats, we accommodate all of that. And we also have aids that are available to students with disabilities that need someone in the vehicle with them to watch them on the transport. We have that as well.
Safety remains a top concern. Drivers are rigorously vetted and trained, ensuring they meet the highest safety standards.
We vet all of the drivers, from fingerprints to background checks to they have medical exams, everything that needs to be done that we can make sure that they're a good candidate for the job. They have training before they get the position to know exactly what they're getting themselves into, so they know if they're the right fit. So especially if they're transporting children with disabilities, they have a training for that. And then there's a training that we do every year. GPS and cameras are put in all vehicles, and it's a safety measure for everyone involved. All the drivers have to have an endorsement, a regulation that the state of Connecticut has put on all drivers that transport students.
I'm a Kiddie Kabz driver. I've been here for almost 6 years and I love what I do. I do speak both languages, Spanish and English. A lot of time I get students that speak Spanish only, so they feel comfortable sitting with somebody that knows Spanish. To me, driving student is not only driving them. When you have them in the car, that's your responsibility until you drop them off at school. So you have to make sure you do the right thing for them.
I'm probably the reason why Kiddie Kabz has even started. My mom has needed to get me and my brother back and forth to school, from sports, from dance to after-school activities. And now as an adult, I'm involved in a company that she started years ago. I feel like creating the trust between you and the parent, communicating with them, greeting them, being respectful, and just having the same respect that you have for the kids, for the parents. It's so important to adhere to the highest safety and health standards because the children's safety is our number one priority. It's important for us to make sure each van is cleaned out after each service and after the daily routines are done.
These real-life stories highlight the trust and confidence parents place in Kiddie Kabz.
I started using Kiddie Kabz because I needed a safe way to get my kids back and forth to school without the extra headache of the morning rush for me going to work. I was a little nervous, but the person that answered the phone was very welcoming. When I met the driver, they were very welcoming and friendly, and my kids have great experiences as well. If you're like me and you need the extra help, I highly recommend Kiddie Kabz.
Skyla is the most precious person to me in this whole entire world. and I definitely wouldn't want just anyone to be picking her up or dropping her off. Kiddie Kabz definitely has helped me and my family feel safe when it comes to her, so I feel like you would want to go with a company that makes you feel safe.
Well, here at Kiddie Kabz, we like to give back to the community. We provide school supplies to students, book bags, notebooks, pencil, pens. Overall, we're just excited that we can help, our community and help the students.
To learn more about Kiddie Kabz LLC, visit the website kiddiekabzonline.com or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Our next story really shows the difference giving back can make.
Disasters and traumatic events happen all over the world on a seemingly endless loop. Many of the impacted communities are severely ill-equipped to help their citizens heal and recover. There's an urgent need to respond thoughtfully and intentionally to help these impacted communities.
The work that I do is to make sure that the volunteers, the staff, and the international leaders and local leaders that we work with understand EMDR therapy and that we can get EMDR therapy to those who need it most. After a disaster, we train people locally so they can give that therapy to those who need it most. I think the biggest difficulty with providing therapy is the stigma to recognizing that you have something that needs to be addressed.
Trauma Recovery EMDR Humanitarian Assistance Programs is a network of highly talented and educated volunteers whose mission is to help make effective psychological trauma treatments available to everyone, anywhere in the world. This transformative idea was first developed by Francine Shapiro nearly 30 years ago.
Francine Shapiro developed EMDR therapy, eye movement desensitization reprocessing, and that allows people to reprocess their trauma. We bring need and clinicians together, and that's why we're the hub. So we always say, get to know the local authorities, get to know the people where you will be able to help them when there's a disaster response.
Today, EMDR therapists make a significant impact for individuals suffering the effects of trauma. With their extensive training and skill, volunteers are passionate about making a difference.
I primarily take care of first responders in my community, as well as other folks who've suffered from traumatic events. Our San Diego Trauma Recovery Network is a collection of approximately 40 therapists who are all volunteers. We are called upon to support mostly because people already know that we are a viable and trusted team that can respond quickly and thoroughly across our county. At the beginning of a crisis, no one's really thinking about what they are going to care about later. So we are in place when that starts to sink in after the fact. When we typically arrive, we are able to explain and educate and then offer to support.
I'm on the volunteer faculty for Trauma Recovery Rehab as a facilitator, and so during EMDR trainings, therapists will practice on each other the EMDR tools and skills that they learned. And so my job is to facilitate that process. I attended a specialty training with Trauma Recovery Rehab. They talked about these trauma recovery networks. I was like, wow, that's amazing. We should start one in South Florida, where I am. 2018 comes, and the shooting in Parkland, Florida at Stoneman Douglas High School. And there were a few of us that just said, let's do it. And so we created a trauma recovery network in a few days, and we started treating students, teachers, first responders who were impacted by that terrible event.
I'm in charge of training all of our facilitators to make sure that we have the best quality facilitators for any EMDR training program. I also am a trainer for Trauma Recovery Rehab.
Trauma Recovery coordinates ongoing training workshops, seminars, and online training curriculum.
The training workshops that are offered are the EMDR Basic Training, Part 1 and Part 2. We train anybody that has a master's in mental health, and we actually have scholarships for some of them. Internationally, we don't charge. Anybody that's a licensed mental health professional and has gone through the training can be certified.
Trauma can be treated. Trauma Recovery is here to show you how.
We would welcome other mental health professionals to become a part of this organization, and also we would be happy to partner with other organizations that have the same kind of mission.
To learn more about Trauma Recovery EMDR Humanitarian Assistance Programs, visit the website at emdrhap.org or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
We all know how important staying healthy is. Check out our next story.
What do you know about martial arts? Are you aware that it can teach you much more than just self-defense? Woman-owned and woman-led Taecole Tae Kwon Do and Fitness is a safe, caring, and educational environment with tools and programs readily available to actively encourage growth.
I had a sister-in-law that did martial arts, and she showed me a couple of moves one day in a park, and I just fell in love with the movement and what it did for me from the inside out. Martial arts has benefited me mentally and physically by keeping me on track. Women are just as capable as men. We can accomplish anything that any other person can accomplish. It is very important that Taecole is a safe haven for children, particularly because I grew up in poverty and I did not have a safe place to go where I can be mentored and cared for.
Martial arts, in particular Taecole Tae Kwon Do, offers a wide array of benefits encompassing physical, mental, and social aspects.
We have a very good student retention at Taecole. We have children that start at 3 and they stay all the way through college. Taekwondo is not just about kids. Taekwondo can help any adult get back on track and understand that if we don't take care of ourselves, we're not going to be able to do the best for our children.
Your wellness journey isn't something that you should go on alone. Including a health coach enables you to stay on track.
Athletes need to optimize their health. If they want to perform to their best, then we do that through proper nutrition, proper exercise. A lot of clients and athletes, they're dealing with some health issues. Those things can be improved greatly through lifestyle behavior modification. The way I motivate my clients is through my enthusiasm for what I do. I meet my clients where they're at. I walk with them through their journey. Having clearly defined goals is essential because without those goals, we're just spinning our wheels. A certified primal health coach has been certified under the Primal Blueprint. One of the things that anybody can do is begin to substitute their processed foods for more whole, nutrient-dense foods. That way we're fueling our body. Another suggestion is improving our social connections.
Working with Ray really helps complete the mold of Taecole. I work with children and then he can come in and then he picks up with the parents.
What I love about working here at Taecole Tae Kwon Do is that you see the kids come in and how they're all over the place. They need self-control. Within 3 to 8 classes, they're able to use self-control and understand what it means. When I first started here, I was much heavier and I ended up losing about 25 pounds and feeling excellent. I used to be very shy and quiet and I felt like my words didn't matter. But coming here, I learned that everyone has a voice and we need to use it. Women benefit from Taekwondo and fitness because as we age, it's harder to lose weight and it's harder to stay fit. There are 3 positive things that I see have changed a lot of the kids that come here. Self-control, confidence, and self-esteem. My 3 boys grew up here starting at 5 years old. They all became black belts. They all were instructors here.
Been here for 5 years and I've really progressed mentally and physically. Before I started this, I was really overweight and I had medical problems like high cholesterol. Taecole has impacted my life greatly and has actually become a part of my life.
Maggie Messina is also helping to bring equality to female athletes around the world.
I created an organization called Swerve for Change to help others change direction. Female Fighters Matter 2 is a movement that I created because I was tired of going into these martial art events and seeing the inequality for women. Female Fighters Matter 2 made history at an event when there was a martial arts tournament that the women were actually paid more than the men.
Taecole Tae Kwon Do and Fitness is about transformation, one person at a time.
I recently released my new book called Tattered Laces, A Sister's Promise. It's a book that I wrote on behalf of my 3 siblings that I lost tragically. Tattered Laces is not just a book, it's a call to action. Regardless of where you come from, you can be a contributing part of society. There were times when I just couldn't understand why so much hardship. And I came to the realization that it was my job to use those experiences to be part of the change.
To learn more about Taecole Tae Kwon Do and Fitness, visit the website at taecoletkd.com or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Time for a little self-beautification? Our next story has just what you need.
A lot has been said about eating organic and the potential benefits for your health and overall well-being.
Now think about this. If you're eating organic, but also spraying, rubbing, and washing your skin with chemicals and toxins, what was the point?
After 20 years in business, God brought us an opportunity to acquire Poofy Organics. And we connected deeply with the story of the founder of Poofy. She started this business after a family member was diagnosed with cancer. That connected deeply because I lost my mother to cancer. So at Poofy Organics, we truly believe in the importance of nurturing the complete body.
Poofy Organics is determined to provide everyone with clean, sustainable beauty, personal care, and household products that are good for the entire family and good for the planet.
Being able to offer consumers peace of mind is of utmost importance. And that means being able to offer products that are the purest, that are the cleanest, that are toxin-free and organic. And we do that through our USDA certified organic facility in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here we manufacture, we label, we package, we pack, and we ship our products.
Back at the end of 2022, I got diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And that was an aha moment for me that pushed me to make different decisions in my life. There's this common belief that things that are cutting-edge technology and synthetically made on a lab are better, and that it's simply not true. You can find incredible ingredients that are as potent, delivering extraordinary efficacy in the organic world. The risks of using products that are not naturally made are the cumulative effect that toxins and synthetic ingredients can have on your body. As we age, we start really getting conscious about how our skin starts changing and start noticing some fine lines and wrinkles. And we are so happy to be able to offer a full line that addresses all skin needs and types.
By choosing organic, you reduce your exposure to potentially harmful substances that may cause irritation, allergies, and other adverse reactions.
Skincare is definitely more than just your face. Skincare is the entire body. We offer a very diverse product portfolio, something for everyone. From bath and body to home to wellness to beauty, one of our top selling products is one of the first USDA certified toothpaste to be offered in the United States, our Happy Teeth toothpaste line.
If you have little to no experience with organic, connecting with Poofy to begin your journey is simple.
We have a blog on our website that it's a great resource to get started in your organic journey. We have an army of people that are willing to help you make better choices, and we call them our Poofy Guides. When you make the choice to start on your organic journey, one thing that you can do is start replacing products one at a time. And little by little, one day you'll realize that you have a cabinet full of organic options. Our guides at Poofy are incredible. They are true entrepreneurs. Not only they are there to guide you, they also have the ability to provide for their own families in doing so.
I started my organic journey when I learned that I was pregnant and started researching to find the safest products on the market, which led me to Poofy Organics. The top 3 ingredients that should be avoided are sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, and phenoxyethanol. When you're using multiple products a day that all contain those ingredients, there's a real risk of overexposure. The benefits of organic products are knowing that we're putting the safest, most minimal ingredients on our skin, but also supporting farmers who are growing those crops organically. I love the peace of mind that comes along with purchasing Poofy Organics products. Being a Poofy Organics guide is extremely rewarding. Not only do I save on every purchase I make for my family, I am able to connect with a larger community that shares similar values, and I earn extra income for my family.
Clean, pure, and potent. That's what you can expect from each and every Poofy product.
We're looking forward to the growth and expansion of Poofy Organics, to a future that offers our product solutions all across the United States and Canada.
To learn more about Poofy Organics, visit the website at poofyorganics.com or see the segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Coming up next, tips you don't want to miss.
There's a unique charm and authenticity associated with family-owned jewelry stores. La Gravinese Jewelers of Pelham is a fourth-generation family business that will take the time to get to know you and educate you on how to select the perfect piece of jewelry for yourself or your loved one.
Growing up in the store was such a passion for me. It was the joy of my life. My grandfather started in 1917, and then my father was with him. When he came to Pelham, that's when I stepped in. I have 2 daughters. When the girls joined us, it was all natural, all from the heart. The jewelry industry has always been a competitive field, but we have such a personal touch here. When the girls joined, we decided to do a full renovation to make it more modern.
La Gravinese Jewelers of Pelham is about thoughtful choices, attention to detail, and expert help in selecting pieces that align with your personality and budget.
Our grandfather Bob brought the retail side of it to La Gravinese in 1964 by opening this retail store, and our mother took all of that to a new level. GIA stands for Gemological Institute of America, and they certify stones and also provide education. It's important to us that the customer really understands what they're purchasing. I go through the 4 C's on diamonds, which is the carat weight, the cut, the color, and the clarity. It's important for the customer to know that they can trust us because we've been here for so long and will be here for so much longer. There are various values that we place on jewelry. The values of that are very different depending on what the appraisal is actually for. We're really here for our clients anytime, anywhere we are, no matter what we're doing.
We have a full-time jeweler in our store. We can accommodate anyone with any budget. When clients come in, we want them to feel extremely comfortable working with us. We have an extensive inventory in store. We'll work with them to figure out what they're looking for, and we will work within their budget. We love getting to know people and their families. A lot of what we do is redesign, so turning old sentimental jewelry into something a little bit more modernized. A very popular trend for us right now is setting stones asymmetrically. One of my favorite pieces would be a diamond by the yard necklace. Every day something beautiful happens in our store, whether we're crying with our customers or laughing. It really is such a special feeling.
Educated, experienced, and passionate. For the family members of La Gravinese Jewelers of Pelham, it has been personal from day one.
I've been a jeweler since I was 8 years old, and we've had this store now since 1964. I said to my wife, I'm gonna take a chance, and I'm gonna open up a store near home because I want the family to be close to me, and that's exactly what happened. One of the best things I can remember is when my daughter came in to work here. She was unbelievable. That made me so proud, and now I'm equally proud with my granddaughters.
This is not just a business to us. We get so close to so many people through this business. We're also involved in the community by donating pieces of jewelry for fundraising events. I have 2 children, and my son James was born with a skin condition called epidermolytic ichthyosis. There is a foundation called FIRST that has been very supportive to us. Recently, I joined a half marathon and raised money to support this group. We are also looking into expanding further our customer base through social media and also online through e-commerce.
To learn more about La Gravinese Jewelers of Pelham, visit the website at lagravinesejewelers.com or see this segment again on thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.